feels great. It feels great to get back to how we play and get back to us. Just going frame by frame, play by play to be the best we can be.
Why do you think there was such a difference tonight?
We doubled down on what the coach was telling us, the game plan. We tonight wasn't gonna let the plan fail us. Not we failed the plan tonight.
And then what are you expecting from Maryland coming up tomorrow?
Hard nosed team. They rebound, fight, physical. They got skilled players all around. So just got to come out just how we did tonight and play by play every single time.
Thanks so much for that. Appreciate it. The back, just knowing, just the last couple of games and then finally getting a win.
It feels great. It feels great to get back to how we play and get back to us. Just going frame by frame, play by play to be the best we can be.
Why do you think there was such a difference tonight?
We doubled down on what the coach was telling us, the game plan. Tonight wasn't gonna let the plan fail us. Not we failed the plan tonight.
And then what are you expecting from Maryland coming up tomorrow?
Hard nosed team. They rebound, fight, physical. They got skilled players all around. So just got to come out just how we did tonight and play by play every single time.
Thanks so much for that. Appreciate it.
Just honestly focused on ourselves more. Not really worried about the other teams too much. We kind of had a couple rivalries the past couple weeks, and it kind of pulled us away from ourselves. But I think just having a week off and just not knowing who you're gonna play next, you got to focus on yourself, and that kind of built our confidence and built our togetherness more.
How much does a win build that confidence too?
Oh, definitely, man. We ain't seen a win in a couple of weeks, but it's great, definitely. But we didn't come here for one game. We came here to win it all. We can get a championship in 3 days, and that's what we want to do.
What was the difference tonight as opposed to maybe the previous 3 games?
Probably preparation. We knew what it's gonna take, and everybody just buy in that. So that's probably the biggest difference.
Before Atlantic, obviously, you guys went on a roll. Can you maybe transition that to this team, do you think?
It's March. You cannot. It's one game. You just have to play like it's one game and don't think past that game.
And do you think maybe that's helped? I know I was talking with Ruben a little bit, but he said you guys focused maybe more on yourself as opposed to other teams. Did you feel that as well?
Yes, 100%. We need season show us our weaknesses, and we just put extra work, just fix the problem that we had, and just play free.
End of the regular season maybe didn't go the way you wanted it, but just how good is it to get a win here tonight?
It's a March play in any tournament. It's excellent feeling. There is no better feeling than winning in a tournament. I think it says it all.
And I know you just saw Maryland. Are you excited to see them again tomorrow? Maybe get a little payback?
Yes, of course. We play who we play. It doesn't matter which team it is, but if it's Maryland, we're going to play Maryland.
Did you guys feel like a strong showing this week was especially important to recapture some momentum going into the big dance?
100%, because all teams don't want to lose. All teams want to go and win the games. And if you're not physical, if you don't fight, there is no chance you're gonna play for too long.
I know turnovers have been a big issue for you guys all year. Only 6 tonight. What role did taking care of the basketball play and what you guys were able to do tonight?
It's probably just play simple. If you have a shot, shoot. If you don't have a shot, just swing on the other side and trust your teammates make a right read.
Thanks, Vlad. All right. Well, obviously a difference tonight as opposed to the previous 3 games. What was the biggest difference, do you believe, this team has made?
Confidence, trusting ourselves, trusting each other, trusting the coaches. I think it was just going to take one game, and I feel like everyone's back to where we were, and looking forward to the opportunity tomorrow.
Ruben talked about just focusing on yourself more in the recent days. Have you felt that, and how much do you think that helped your game tonight?
I think we were watching film yesterday, and coaches were showing us old highlights, which was cool to see. And just, trusting your game. The guys have put in so much work to be in these positions, and just playing with a free mind, it makes everything so much easier.
What games? Some of you guys were rolling, you mean?
I'm going to keep that in the locker room until Sunday, if that's okay.
No problem. I feel like you were saying that this was going to happen. You guys were going to break through, and why were you so confident, and what made it work?
In our locker room, we know what we're capable of. Obviously, the outside noise when we lose 3 games, it's going to be there. But we've won some big games this year, and we know what we're capable of. And I think it was just going to take one game, and hopefully we can carry this over until tomorrow. But just so proud of my teammates.
Is there anything to you guys getting to get away and like spend a little time together, like the LA trip, right?
Of course, I think we had this last week. We were on spring break and then we just came back to classes, and we had a long time before games, and we had a few really good practices, which I think really helped. I said that earlier. But yeah, I mean, when you aren't, I don't know how to say this easiest way, but when you spend more time together outside the facility, it makes everything seem, especially when you're losing games, just kind of getting that mental reset. We're in a new season right now. The regular season ended. Now we're in the postseason. So, yeah, confidence is there. It's real.
Also feels like you guys hit those singles today. Right?
6 turnovers. I love that. Obviously, I struggled with turnovers the last few games. I know I had one in the first half and then one towards the end of the game. And I tried taking what the game gave me, not over dribbling, not forcing any passes. As I think my teammates did the same thing. When you only turn over 6 times, you give yourself a much better chance.
And yet there were still 25 assists. Right?
2 more, guys, please.
25 assists on 30-minute field goals, high level. Guys are happy for each other, smiling all over the court. So yeah, of course.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So earning the right to play well. We had a great week of practice. We were all very, I guess, intentional about fixing the things that needed to be fixed and being honest with each other. But our guys, they competed at a high level tonight. But we wanted to come here and make sure we performed well and left it on the court, and we did that.
25 assists, 6 turnovers. Is that what WILX looks like and what this offense can be, or how did that come about?
Yeah, there's a lot of layers to it. Our guys cut well, and you can't get an assist unless the guy makes the shot. That's the beautiful thing about assists. So I thought we made enough shots. We took what the defense gave us. And we played Purdue. This is the 3rd time, so you just get a little more familiar. They're a really good defensive team, and they play a little bit different than most teams. So I think just the comfort level was there also.
Ruben and Danny both talked about just focusing on themselves and the team this week as opposed to maybe some of the other opponents. Did you notice that as a coach, that the players were really being intentional about that?
Yeah, they were focused on getting better. And we had 5 games in 14 days, and every team in our league had a stretch like that where you really don't have time to practice or add or subtract because you're just trying to stay healthy and get to the next game. And so we made a calculated move to really amp up practice and get back to our way of playing, and our guys embraced it, and they had a really good week leading up to this. So now let's turn a page and get to Maryland.
A couple guys in the locker rooms that you guys had.
Without a doubt. And part of it is just the load, and it's the first period we've had without games. Thank goodness we were able to secure the double bye, or that wouldn't have been the case. We would have had to just start preparing for the next team and get to the next game. So by us doing the work throughout, winning the road games we did, allowed us to get this double bye. And even though we were disappointed for not winning a regular season championship, there's still a big deal to not have to play yesterday or the day before. And so that helped and gave us some practice time, and our guys, they did the work though.
It really seemed like LJ was focused on the scouting report. And can you just talk about a little bit what he brought defensively tonight, and then how he's helped you here in the last couple games?
I wish he had more game experience, and that's the part of being in the hunt as well, where you shorten your rotation, you tighten things up, and you don't let guys just go up. Freshmen need to play through mistakes, and it's on me. I didn't allow him because we were in so many close games and we were trying to win that game. He's gotten better every day. His teammates believe in him. They trust him. His ability to impact the ball defensively, I thought his ball screen defense was the best it's been. He was disruptive on the ball, and then offensively, he's probably the best on our roster, getting where he needs to with the ball in his hands, and I thought he made great decisions for the most part. He missed a couple shots that looked like they're going to go in that he knocks down in practice. The one early clock, late 3 left wing, that's probably the only one because of time and score. I wish we had that one back, but that's a shot. He's confident, so that's a shot we want him to take in a normal situation.
What is Justin Pippin's status?
He's in concussion protocol.
Okay, from some in practice, I think.
Yes.
Okay. And then, I mean, you didn't torch the nets from 3, but
No.
you made a few early. Did you feel a sense of, relief or confidence spreading around the team when you did a few early?
Not really. We're just more consumed. The turnovers, are obviously, we're just trying to play good ball. And I thought we generated really good looks. There were a couple late shot clock shots that aren't high percentage, but overall, I felt like we were generating in-out threes, quick swing open shots, and we still didn't shoot it as well as we're going to. We really believe that the floodgates are going to open because we have guys who are much better shooters than their numbers right now. But if we keep generating the looks we did tonight, then we're going to shoot a better percentage.
Was this more the ratio you were looking for in terms of still playing through Danny and Vlad? Like obviously getting the balance up and down the
Yeah,
lineup.
Tony, that's a great question because there have been nights when Vlad was the only one that had it going, and now we're trying to force feed it into Vlad. And so there's no rhythm to the game, there's no flow, and it goes back to when you're competing for a championship, you're simply trying to win that possession and that game because everyone's so important. So there were times when we probably disrupted the natural rhythm of our team trying to win that moment, that possession. So
In your experience as coach, what is something maybe we wouldn't think about playing late at night and then tomorrow afternoon, like the quick turnaround?
These guys are young. We have athletes. The training staff's top notch. So we'll be ready to go.
Can you talk about how key the first 5 minutes of the second half were?
They're extremely key. That we came out and I thought we set the tone with our defense. Our physicality was ramped up, and the guys they talked about at halftime of coming out and making sure that we got off to a good start. We haven't been able to get off to a good start early, first half and second half. It's usually been either or throughout the season. So it was nice to see us, even though we dug a 6-0 hole, we were happy with the open threes and the shots we were getting. So, but yeah, it was nice to come out and play with some fire in the second half.
You guys saw Maryland recently. What are some takeaways from that game, some lessons learned that would apply tomorrow?
Their starting five might be as good as any starting five in the country. They're extremely, we have to do a better job of not letting their shooters eye up threes and knock them down. And then we've got to do a better job with some of our ball screen coverages. But I think our offensive deficiencies really hurt us as much as anything that game. And if we can continue to take care of the ball and move it and play better with each other, then that's going to help our defense tremendously.
It's been a little while since Trey's had a game like tonight. Why do you think he was able to flip the switch?
He's been extremely focused, and he's been in the film room. He's been in practice. So these guys aren't going to perform well all year, every year. The NBA guys aren't. The college guys aren't. So it's how do you respond when it's not going well for you? So this was a great response for him to play. There was this period in January where he was playing as well as any guard in our league, and in the last couple of weeks hasn't been up to his standards. But you stay the course, you keep working, and you trust that you're going to have games when they like this when they really matter.
You said Monday that time for a couple more. You said Monday that you're telling the guards like there are so many different ways to impact a game besides hitting shots. Did that come together for Roddy and some of the other guys tonight?
Yeah, and even Michigan State game, there was one. As a coach, we're trying to install and implement a lot. But one thing we've always hung our hat on are guards that go get the ball and it starts your break. And Reuben Jones had our best guard rebound of the year against Michigan State. So that was a point that's what it looks like. That's championship level basketball with a hustle play. And I thought Reuben and Roddy and Trey Donaldson getting loose basketballs, Danny Wolf coming up with some big ones, and then Vlad's obviously him and Trey Kaufman-Renn. It's two Rams banging down low. And so I thought that was the difference in the game for us. It wasn't the shots or the assists. It was those competitive plays and then us just not turning the ball over. Because we have good players. So if you don't give it to the other team, then you give your good players a chance to make some plays.